Hello everyone, welcome to Cricket World TV. IPL 2010 continues, as do we in the studio here. John's with me again.
Hello Jim, hello everybody.
Now then, we've got two games to review for you, one from Jaipur and one from Kolkata. We'll start with Jaipur first of all, John.
That's right, there were, as you say Jim, two games today, one very one-sided, one not so one-sided. We start with the one-sided game won by the Rajasthan Royals by 9 wickets with just the 5 overs to spare.
Yes, and this was the not very high scoring game, but it could have been a lot better.
Yeah, the Kings XI batted first, 153 for 6, and we sort of thought at the time that probably isn't going to be enough. Mahela Jayawardene scored that wonderful century a few days ago. He top scored, but this time with just 44. Not really enough. The batting really didn't click once again. A couple of run-outs. Royals were brilliant in the field, and they then came out and were brilliant with the bat, particularly Michael Lum. 83 and 43 balls, his maiden IPL half-century, 16 fours, 2 sixes, and the Rajasthan Royals finished on 157 for 1, and you think if they'd had another 5 overs, goodness knows how many runs they could have got. So it really was a crushing win.
5 overs to spare, 25% of a 2020 game not required.
And a net run rate could be absolutely vital come the end of the tournament, so this win could well stand the Royals in good stead. It does stand them in good stead. One more win and they should be through to the semis.
Fantastic, okay, well done to them. We move over to Kolkata for the Knight Riders' attempts to win that game. How'd they get on?
Well, they succeeded in their attempt to win the game, Jim. 181 for 3 they piled up before restricting the Delhi Daredevils to 167 for 8. A bit of a virtuoso show from Ganguly, really. A lot of talk. Some people, I think, thought he was past it, but I think he's proved them wrong. A couple of really good half-centuries. He's shown real energy in the field, which is something you don't always associate with Ganguly. He made 56 as the Kolkata Knight Riders batted first. Contributions as well from Angelo Matthews. He made 46 in just 28 balls. Chris Gale made 40 to get things going. And then the Delhi Daredevils were going on quite nicely. Virender Sehwag 64, Gautam Gambhir 47. They put on 99 for the second wicket after the early departure of David Warner. But when that wicket was broken by a Ganguly run out and Sehwag was bowled later on by Ajit Agarkar, that was pretty much game over. Wickets tumbled and the Kolkata Knight Riders got home by 14 runs.
Fantastic to see them doing so well, and just a little note there that David Warner, just news that he's signed for Middlesex in the Friends Provident T20 in the English season, had a very interesting 5-ball duck today, if you can call it interesting.
Well, it was certainly eventful, I suppose you could say. It was Ashok Dinder came in to open the bowling and really cramped him for room, sort of aiming just outside leg stumping in the ball to angle in, and unfortunately Warner was unable to sort of improvise or get the ball away, and the 5th ball clattered into his off stump and made rather a mess.
And in the end, Delhi Daredevils themselves, I suppose you could say, had a bit of a mess of the run chase.
Yeah, not one of their greater days, I'm afraid. They weren't bad in the field. Obviously, conceding 180 is never ideal. Once Sehwag and Gambhir were out, they just didn't quite have the batting to get them home. But they're still up there, and they're still in with a good shout of getting into the semi-finals. Could be fascinating the last few weeks of the tournament, see who gets there.
Okay, well that's 2 games from our latest review and 2 more games to come.
That's right, coming up we've got the Royal Challengers Bangalore taking on the Deccan Chargers. That of course a repeat of last year's final, could be an absolutely cracking game. Both sides coming off the back of losses, they'll obviously both be very keen to put their respective losing runs behind them. And then one day later we've got the Kings XI Punjab against the Mumbai Indians. That's of course bottom against top, and there is a possibility, a very slim one, or there was before the last game, that the Kings XI could qualify for the semi-finals, but I certainly wouldn't have had any money on it.
No, money's always safer in your pocket. I think that's probably the best way of putting it. Okay, well, some great cricket that has been played, and there's more to look ahead to, so we shall...
hope so.
Thanks again, John, for your insights, and thank you for joining us. We look forward to seeing you here again on Cricket World TV.